Hello there, welcome back to the Ottomans. Last time, well, we basically just annexed Granada here, and that puts it in a position where we will be declaring war here on, well, Castille. And that is very simple, or that has a very simple reason. Castille is currently at war with, well, Scotland and also all of Scotland's allies, which is Munster, France, Armagnac, Bourbonnais, and Foix. I'm a little bit unsure what the Scottish conquest of Glamorgan. So Scotland declared war on England. So England will be very busy, of course. I'm pretty sure England doesn't actually have any troops on their own anymore, which is also kind of interesting to note. Let's see, England. They are very far. They have 13,000 men. Scotland probably has more, at least the same numbers. So they'll be fighting in the north, and, well, the French and myself will be pouncing at Castille from both sides, and that basically puts me in a very advantageous position because I can now just sit back and relax and start conquest more or less. We'll be basically slowly but surely sieging our way inland, I think, and that should definitely work out. We'll see how this turns out. Probably won't be any big battles for a while. Hopefully the French are already in Navarra, it seems, so they'll definitely be fighting in this area a lot. We'll see how it turns out. There's also 5,000 or 6,000, no, 10,000 Castilians in Armagnac, so I don't actually have that many troops to worry about, as you can see. So this should be very interesting. Should be a hilariously fun war. Burgundy, Navarra, and Portugal join in. Burgundy is kind of a, well, it's a bit annoying, but as you can see, I do actually have more troops combined, so I'm pretty tempted here actually to hunt down their armies and then go for carpet sieging. We'll see how it goes. Even though I won this battle, it reminded me of one very, very dangerous fact, and that is the fact that we do not have, well, put up the maintenance any high, and that is of course very dangerous because I could potentially have had my armies wiped here. But of course I was lucky enough to not have that happen. We will most likely still, well, to some extent cause a lot of problems for them, so I don't actually see this as a bad thing at all. Castille will be overrun in the north, and we should be able to destroy this Portuguese army, and that should be enough to, well, to some extent put me in a position where I can bargain with them and win that way. We'll improve relations with Athens in the meantime. We are losing a little bit of ducats a month now, but let's face it, that is a amount that is so low that it doesn't really matter. We'll just continue carpet sieging, and hopefully we can hunt down that Portuguese army before it starts actually, as you could imagine, causing any trouble for us. But for now, once again, we'll just aim at sieging most provinces, and hopefully we can get the results we want here. We'll see how it goes. Not really interesting war. There has been some skirmishes with some small armies. Actually lost a battle because they united a quite big one here. But, well, it's kind of this one here. But once again, it's not really interesting battles. It's simply it's skirmishes. It's 1,000 units that quickly joined up. It's a mercenary army that basically stood against me, and it got its ass kicked, to be honest. And right now, I can once again start moving my troops a little bit further up the battlefield, more or less. But it shouldn't. Once again, how you can see, 11,000. 5,000, not really the thing you'd say would classify as a vicious army, and once again here it puts itself in harm's way and will most likely maybe even be wiped here. Civil war in Württemberg, not interesting, or not even slightly interesting, but as you can see here, we are basically just slowly but surely conquering and sieging our way up north here, so it's definitely a victory for us already, I dare say, and I'll definitely take Galicia and Navarra if I can and release as vassals, basically used to eat up Hispania. We'll see how it goes, but that's most likely what will happen here. Castile will concede defeat. Castile will not concede defeat because defeat is not what I'm after here. And as you can see, if you do play very aggressively with the Ottomans from the get-go, you can put yourself in a pretty solid commanding position straight from the get-go here, and it's not really that difficult to win the battles either, because you can see the AI will suicidal attack you pretty often, and with that you can simply slay their troops at at your own pace, more or less. And I want them to attack Cáceres because they will have to do a they will have to go over that river, and that will give me advantage here. As you can see, the French are actually already sieging here, and that is kind of a bad thing. Simply due to the fact that they're taking the provinces that I want, but of course here, with Castille more or less being crushed, they will most likely go for a rather, well, not beneficial peace deal, and that could be what will give me, or certainly give me the edge here. But as you can see, they are doing the suicidal attack still, and they'll attack. Well, I have no idea when they'll actually hit, but they apparently cannot decide. So that's also kind of annoying. But we'll just wait them until they actually attack, and then we'll figure out what we'll do. Or worst case scenario, we'll wait until the sieges are done, and then we'll attack them. We'll figure it out. But apparently they decided to march over or march on these guys, and once again, not the brightest of moves, to be honest. Once again, they're attacking me where I have the advantage, and they're being pushed back. That is the reality. That is what will happen every time. So we'll go ahead now and simply, I guess, aim at destroying this army. I did give them the advantage now, but once again, I should be able to destroy an army with as little morale as they have, even though they do have a fairly good fire general. Although that doesn't, as far as I know, that shouldn't actually matter at all. So for now, we'll just get our troops sieging, and we'll see how this turns out. I'll also, I guess, reinforce this army with a little bit of a bigger one. And we can, of course, also do a little bit more effective on the sieging scale of things. So that is also fair. So we'll see how this goes. These guys decided to retreat. They'll probably retreat to Asturias. So I guess we'll simply place these guys in Lyon for now. We'll join these guys up, drop a siege squad, and we'll try to hunt them down and see how it works out. There we go. The Castilian army has been utterly destroyed. No real reason for us to worry about anything anymore, but all remains now is, once again, as you can imagine, sieges and getting France out of this, because, well, I don't want to fight France. That's my honest opinion. There's no real reason for me to fight them. We are basically now screwing over Castille as a team, and I have to say that I like that. England entered a military alliance with our enemy Portugal, not really a problem either. So for now, we'll simply continue wild conquest. Hopefully I can get Navarra as well, because I do want it, but we'll have to wait and see if this Scotland war actually ends, and it should end pretty much now. Attack has complete victory. So why doesn't it end? It's a complete victory, Scotland. Make your move. Oh, I see it. They don't actually have what they want here, and that is why they aren't actually making the peace deal. Or, wait, what? Oh, I get it. It's Navarra's. Oh, that is kind of not too good. They're only 30% in, so it'll take a while, but we can definitely wait this out. And this could potentially give me a secondary bonus, and that bonus would be that we are basically just wearing the Portuguese and the Castilians out, and then I can basically hopefully get rid of their navies, and as such I can snatch their islands, and that would of course be the best thing ever. But for now, we'll move our troops back home. No real reason to actually keep them in enemy territory if they're actually done. We'll keep the ones that are currently sieging the French ones, but no real reason to actually keep them anywhere else. So the House of York wins the War of the Roses, and Richard III York is on the throne. That could become a little bit of a problem in this war, but once again, not really anything that I'm overly concerned about. So for now, once again, pull troops back home, wait for the French to decide what they want to do, and then we can all live happily ever after. The Portuguese are still shipping in troops though from their islands, which is kind of weird, but nothing I can do about it. So we'll simply have to wait and see. Missionary strength plus 3%, divine supremacy, kind of beneficial now once we start integrating Serbia and the like. So I can't actually complain on that score. We'll also go ahead and try and set up our troops again. 7-7 is kind of a bad number, especially how things are looking now. So yeah, we'll join these up, split them, and well, try to get some fairly even numbered armies out there. I guess we'll go for 8-4 for this one, and this will be basically the small arms hunting unit. But as you can see, we have won a complete victory against Castile and Portugal. All that remains now is basically to wait for their armies, their navies to die, and France to hopefully end their war with Scotland we'll have to wait and see. There's not really much we can do here. All we have to do is basically wait for England to feel like they have to give up. So we'll see how it goes. Serbia has been integrated, so now we can potentially fight Hungary. We probably should be, so I'm kind of tempted, if it weren't for these annoying troops or annoying fleets here, to send my troops over there. But as you can see, the fleets are definitely getting smaller, and that is due to the fact that they do not actually have the economy to uphold them. So I'm very interested to go after the Canaries here, simply take it so that Castilians will be pushed a little bit further back. Of course I will have to core it, but it shouldn't be a problem. As you can see, it is within my limits, and I'll also go ahead and I'm very tempted to do this, but we'll wait. Just 2 is not that much, and as you can see, the 3% from the missionaries will be kind of beneficial to get the Serbian lands under our complete control. But yeah, we will be fighting Hungary more or less, I think, pretty straight away. We'll take Ragusa, hand it over to Bosnia. We'll probably do, well, probably not do the same with Croatia. We'll take Slavonia, release Croatia, and then these 3. So for now, we'll start getting Bosnia to like us, since we will definitely be integrating them pretty soon. Probably around the same time as Athens, so getting them to like me is important as well. So once again, for now, we'll just wait and see if France can resolve the differences, and if not, then we are kind of in a troubled spot. Because I need Navarra to feed them Aragon, and also to some extent try and feed them anything else. I could potentially also go after this English province here if they were in the war, which they unfortunately aren't. I'm also very tempted to try and see here if I can actually peace out Burgundy, but we'll wait and see what happens. Burgundy actually offered me a peace here. They will concede defeat. Of course, that is highly beneficial for me. It's just these 3, and their war social is getting increasingly higher. It seems that I might actually have to give up the dream of Navarra, more or less, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what Scotland actually decides on. I'm not interested in an alliance with Morocco, and that has its very easy reason here. Fez. I could potentially simply take them, or take Fez here, and use them as... That's actually quite tempting as well. Take Fez and simply aid up North Africa as well, or simply more or less at once, because apparently the Portuguese have started colonizing already, and that is not good. Nope, that's not good. So I definitely might actually have to take exploration as my next idea, simply to be able to keep the Portuguese in check, which is kind of annoying, but quite possibly will be to some extent important. What I could of course do is simply force Fez to be released, and then peacefully vassalize them, which is also very much a possibility. So yeah, I might have to consider that, but apparently my navy is still quite a lot weaker than theirs. Mostly due to the fact that they have better leaders. And to be honest, that's actually the only advantage they have right now. They did lose his ship though, which is kind of annoying. But for now, we'll simply once again... Oh! We won't have to wait that long apparently. So, someone do like me. But yeah, I'm definitely kind of interested in trying to get these down. I have no idea how much Portugal actually... I do have more than enough. Let's see, Porto... Yeah, I can't think... No, I can just take these 2. That's more than enough. Aggressive expansion, of course, will be given pretty high, so I might actually have to release a nation or 2 simply to get that going. But we'll, of course, I think we'll simply hand over Tangiers as well and force them to release Fez if we can. Simply to weaken them a little bit further. And also I'll force them to give up the... Well, they won't actually like that, but I can live with this. It should definitely help out. So, we'll have to hunt that colony next time, and unfortunately, unfortunately, I'll have to hope that they do not create anything with it. We'll actually have to hope, which is very bad in these circumstances. But for now, we'll just wait and get this mess sorted out, more or less. We'll see how it goes. As you see from Castille itself, I can get a pretty sweet deal here. I'll basically take 5 provinces along the sea, and with the 2 I'll be taking from Portugal. We have basically taken a lot of land. I should probably take these simply to secure the southern coast, but I can do that next time, and hopefully then I can actually have Galicia start coring them for me. Of course, it will be kind of a long shot or a risky thing to do, but there aren't really that much else I can do, so hopefully we'll be able to work that out. But of course, it's just 5 years. It's not really that long time. If they do join a coalition, it could take a decade, but not really that much longer than that. Once again, I can simply attack Trebizond here and release more provinces this time. I'm pretty sure also I can do go ahead and, as you can see, take Cormontes. So I don't really have that many things to worry about right now. So we'll go ahead make the deal with Portugal. We'll probably get, once again, as I said, some coalition trouble. But once again, it's not something that we can't deal with. So once again, it honestly isn't a very big problem. Let's just leave it at that. It's not a big problem. It's a solvable problem. So once again, we won't be in severe trouble. We'll be just fine. And I should probably have joined this navy up with the other a little bit sooner. Apparently there are some Cretan nationalists, which also is, of course, a very interesting thing to see. But for now, we'll go ahead and make our peace deal. I'm also tempted to take your gold. So, and of course, I did forget one very important thing here, and that is, of course, set them as your rivals who save points. My bad. But yeah, Castille, more or less crippled now. We have definitely put ourselves in a very good position. Yeah, I could also go for holy war now, a straight holy war against England. Let's face it, England doesn't actually have any allies anymore. England doesn't have any allies anymore. I have too much overextension to actually make this work. If it wasn't for that overextension, we would definitely go ahead here and screw England over. Because if I could then simply land troops, no, I probably couldn't, they still have their navy. But if I could get military access then from Scotland and land my navy up there, then I would definitely be in good position. But if we do a quick little check now on the aggressive expansion. Well, that's the wrong. There we go. 161, 163, 105. Yeah, we definitely need to release some smaller nations here to simply sort that out. So we'll go home and fight Trebizond. I guess that is our plan here. We'll also create another 12,000 army to have simply standing here in Hispaniola, more or less, and that should basically put us in a very safe position. We'll also release, as you might imagine, Galicia and Navarra, and we'll feed them the provinces. We'll see how it goes. Now that I remember it, I did mess up one very simple thing here. I should have set Navarra as, or simply forced him to become a vassal of mine, because the way I did it, we created a sunny, duchy or emirate, and same with Galicia. Because of that, I'll have to convert most of the provinces before I can sell them, and that is, of course, kind of a it's a drag. It's a nuisance, but as you can see here, Galicia is overextended from Porto alone, so I'll have to convert Cantabria, Asturias, and Coimbra. That's basically the, how should I put this, the main focus will be to convert those rather than anything else. So for now, get my troops back home. We'll be fighting a petty war, I guess I should call it, against Trebizond, try to get rid of all the aggressive expansion, and just to show you how much the world hates me. That's how much the world hates me. I took what? 5? No, wait a minute. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 provinces. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 provinces. And that was enough to make the world hate me. But as you can see, it's gone a little bit down due to the fact that I released a couple of vassals. But it's minimal. It's actually not gone down at all. So yeah, we have to lose a war here against the Trebizond. Simply release the board, I guess I should call it. I'll probably try and stay clear of. I'll probably release these two as well, simply to get it down. Then we'll probably have 5 years, and then we'll have no aggressive expansion, we'll have no coalition, and as such, we'll be able to fight basically a month or two after the truce is up. So it's not a, once again, it's not a problem. It's just a nuisance. But for now, we'll have to make these guys like me, and that is kind of easier said than done. But the easiest way to do that, I think, is actually to just send them a gift, and then, send someone to improve relations again. Then we can integrate them. Same with Bosnia. Oh, it's a little bit more work with Bosnia, but it should work out. But unfortunately, I've gone way over my time. So we'll continue next time. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you next time. Bye.